Good afternoon.
Good evening, wherever you are on our amazing planet. I'm Ariel.
I'm Shya.
Welcome to being here.
Yeah. Fixing what isn't broken. I like that. That's a great topic. What if you're already perfect? What if there's absolutely nothing wrong with you except what you think about you?
Well, also what you think about others, which relates to you. What Shai said is accurate, but it occurs to me that if I have a vendetta with somebody, I'm assuming that they did me wrong and I'm somehow broken because of it.
Oh, you mean historically?
Yeah. So, I mean, typically it's your mom or your dad.
Yes.
But more recently, I had a interaction with a physician that I really disagreed with. So for a while there was a whole conversation in me that individual did me wrong. And in order to not be broken, I had to give up that story.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Except that's not what I'm talking about.
Okay, please.
What I'm talking about is the basic idea that people have that there's something wrong with them.
Right.
When in fact, there's nothing wrong with them.
Got it.
That they're perfect the way they are. They're a perfect individual them. And the idea, you see, we've been raised in a psychological, I'm looking for the word.
Framework?
Paradigm.
Okay.
Where the events of your past determine how you are in the current moment. And my way of looking at things is that in each moment, you're a perfect representation of yourself, and there's nothing wrong that needs to be fixed. But if you're trying to fix what isn't broken, you're causing your own brokenness. And that's what I was talking about.
Gotcha.
I also realize that if you have a vendetta with somebody for having real or imagine they did you wrong, then that will dominate your life. But in that case, you don't want to fix yourself anyway, because you want to be right that they broke you.
I love it. I know we haven't spoken about listening yet, so let's just drop back and do that before we call in our first guest. We're fortunate enough today to have 3 today. So listening will pull us into the moment. That's the first thing. But also there's the possibility of something new rather than something we agree with or disagree with, a rehashing of the past or a planning to the future. It's about dropping into being here, and your life can transform in an instant.
Yes.
Let's take our first guest.
Yes.
Daniela, welcome to being here. Where are you zooming in from?
Hi, I'm zooming in from Euskirchen, and that is in Germany.
You look really good.
Thank you.
So sorry for our listeners that they don't get to see.
Yeah, you look really good this morning or afternoon where
or
you
evening,
are,
wherever you are.
Wherever you are. But I want to talk about listening for a second.
Yes.
Because I don't think we gave it the intro that it deserves. See, most of us don't listen. We think about what's being said or choked on. We think about what's being said to see whether we already know it, we agree with it, or we disagree with it, or we have a better idea, or some such. That isn't listening. Listening is allowing a person to say what their truth is and actually hearing that's their point of view about life. So you can't disagree with a person's point of view because that's their point of view. Now, you could disagree with it, and that's why the world is as screwed up as it is, because people don't listen to each other. Okay, now what can we do for you?
I would have liked this conversation 2 hours ago, because I had a phone call and I didn't listen. And it ended up that I hung up because I thought, okay, it ended up in a fight and yeah, so I hung up. And now looking back, it's like I wasn't willing at all to listen.
But here's the thing. You see, the cost of being right is
Yeah.
huge because in order to be right that somebody does you wrong, you have to hurt yourself. You can't be okay if somebody did something that you're right, they're wrong about.
Yeah.
There's a huge cost in your experience of being loved, in your experience of happiness. That
Mm.
goes out the window when you're right, because all you get to be when you're right is right.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. And after the call, even though I hang up and I thought that was the thing that I had to do for, don't know, for stopping this conversation. Yeah, as you said, I mean, I didn't feel good about myself for doing that. So, yeah.
You know, the first principle of instantaneous transformation is whatever you resist persists and grows stronger. And
Mm,
whatever you say no to, you get stuck with. So
yeah.
even though you had this conversation 2 hours ago, you're
Yeah.
stuck and you should have done it differently.
And
That's,
it is likely one of those things, if something doesn't shift, that you will lay in bed tonight working on.
yes. And while we talked, I now realize that I was afraid to listen what the other person had to say.
Yes, because you don't want to be wrong about your point of view. And
Mm.
if they say something that challenges your preferences, your position, what you want, then you don't want to hear that.
I love the way you put that, Shia. He said if you hear something that challenges your preferences,
Mm.
because there's certain it's certain that we want things the way we want them, and sometimes people have something to say, and if we actually hear it, it will be inconvenient.
Can I share a story?
Yeah.
Mm.
About 45 years, no, 44 years, 42 years ago, at least 40 years ago, we were in Woodstock, New York. We had just signed up to go to an international meditation center in Gifa, Italy. And we were in this health food store in Woodstock, New York. And there was a woman there doing tarot cards.
Mm.
And so we said, "Oh, let's see how
That should be fun.
That should be fun." And so she said, "Oh, you're about to go on a long journey across a great ocean." We were going to go to Italy. You know, we we're going to fly across the ocean. And we said, "Oh, this girl is good. She knows what she's doing here." And then she says, "And you will be disillusioned." And that did not go down well, because who wants to have our illusions blown?
I mean, the way we interpreted it was we were going to go there and find it to be highly unsatisfying,
And
disillusioning event,
and
disappointing.
disappointing.
And what in fact happened was the illusions around the way we were living our life fell away.
So we were disillusioned.
We were there directly.
She was absolutely right.
But we left upset, boy.
That's
Oof.
right. We didn't want to hear that information.
No, not that.
We weren't listening.
Yeah.
Somehow, to hear whatever this person had to say to you
Mm.
threatened either your survival or what your mind perceives as your survival.
B. B. It's a mind thing. it's like, yeah, you know, I have a picture. Okay, if things were like that, then, then.
Yeah, but things aren't like that.
No. And
They
things are
are.
good how they are.
Yeah, I know they're good how they are. I'm not saying they're bad,
Yeah.
but interestingly enough, you're defending that it's good.
Mm.
I wasn't saying it's bad. But you know, we're afraid that something will, you know, look, if you go to a self-improvement seminar, you think they're going to find fault with you. You don't think they're going to find that you're great or that you're going to find that you're great because you think you're flawed or faulted.
But finding out you're great might be inconvenient if you've been telling yourself a story that you are hurt because your dad wasn't there enough, or your mom was too overbearing, or you had that awful sibling, or, you know, my childhood wasn't what it should be, or I didn't get to go to the right school, or my health isn't this, or I am too fat, or there's a whole subset of things that people like to slot in to prove to themselves they're broken. And if that releases and you're just here, whoa. I just had a great opportunity to do a freedom to breathe, which, by the way, is the course we're doing tomorrow in Hamburg. Hamburg, folks, people who are coming, we're so excited to see you for the freedom to breathe tomorrow and being boldly you this weekend. And the live Monday also coming up.
Yeah.
You mean Monday night after the seminar?
Yeah, also in Hamburg.
Then I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, before we go, Daniela, it occurs to me, you know, I don't know who the person is or how. I know it sounds like when you said you hung up. I mean, everybody hangs up after a phone call, but it sounds like you hung up in the middle of it because you were frustrated or upset.
Yes.
Could it be your boyfriend?
Don't answer. I like to leave it. I'll tell you why not answer. Because, well, you can answer, but I was just thinking it's fine because people can fill in the blank for themselves.
If it isn't her boyfriend, it's probably her mother.
No, but it's family.
No, we're close.
Okay, good. I like it. So, you know, it occurs to me, Daniela, you can always call and apologize.
Yeah.
The other thing about family,
hurt you. Yeah.
the things you don't like about yourself, you see in them because they're just like you.
Yeah.
So maybe you should start liking yourself. I like you.
It comes all the way around to you aren't broken, and what I was talking about in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because if you take a look at whatever frustrates you about that family member, it's something you would judge in yourself, or you do judge in yourself.
Yeah, I can see that. Yes.
And saying, I'm sorry, I wasn't listening,
goes a long way to healing the breach.
but I also think
if you mean it.
If you mean it. But I also think sometimes
if you mean it is very important there.
Yeah.
Because just to say sorry, and if you don't mean it, people know you don't mean it.
If you're saying you're sorry to get it over with, that's a different thing.
It just becomes more inflammatory.
Yeah. Thank you.
No, you're so welcome. You know, really, it's lovely seeing you today.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alrighty then. Drum roll, please. You sound like our cat. It's time for our listener feedback spotlight while Shya is here purring with me. We get to hear from one of our listeners
about how transformation has impacted their lives. And if you'd like to learn more or register for any of our upcoming courses, visit transformationmadeeasy.com.
Yeah.
And when I say easy, it's like the fire swamp.
Yeah, join us.
If you know your way through it, it's easy. If you have a good guide, it's easy. If you don't, well, there's rodents of unusual size. There's lightning sand.
Oh,
And
all
what's the other
those.
thing?
I don't remember.
Oh, and the fire spurts.
There you
Right.
go.
There you go.
We're great
Transformation
guides.
made easy.
.com.
Hi, my name is Maiken, and I've been recently in Costa Rica with Ariel and Shya Kane and a lot of other people of the transformation community, and it was great. It was just relaxing. We didn't do much, but I came back being full of energy, and things are easy done. And I just had an interview with a young woman, maybe wanting to work for me. And I was just myself when I spoke with her, and it turned out great. And I never imagined it could be so easy just being me. So join in and be you yourself.
Do you want to have well-being with consistency? Connect with people all over the world from the comfort of your own home at Ariel and Shya's lively interactive Living Made Easy virtual seminars. Join any of their 2-hour online events or take a deep dive into the magic of being you at a virtual weekend seminar. Come on, let's connect. Find out more and register at transformationmadeeasy.com.
After we come back from being with all you folks in Hamburg, it'll be a little bit. It won't be until Saturday, May 30th,
What is the it?
that we're doing the Living Made Easy virtual seminar.
Oh,
And then we
okay.
have one coming up after that on Monday, June 9th. So you can mark your schedules. You can always just go to transformationmadeeasy.com and check for all the seminar schedules. If it's too late, or to join us in Hamburg, or if you want to do something additional, fun as the access way to enlightenment is what we're doing next
On June 26th, 27th, and 28th in New York City.
So also, Costa Rica is happening 2027. A weekend seminar is what is required in order to
Prerequisite
to go. So you are invited. Again, transformationmadeeasy.com. Let's take our next guest.
Yes.
Matis, welcome to being here. Tell people where you're zooming in from.
Hey, I'm zooming in from Frankfurt am Main.
Nice to have you here and nice to meet you too.
Yes.
Yes.
What can we do for you, sir?
What Daniela said actually resonated with me a lot, and I think I don't want to label it an issue, goes in the same direction. I've found myself very stuck inside my own head a lot of the time recently. And it's actually very precise, this feeling of I can't be okay as I am right now. Like I've realized I sometimes go through days like collecting assurances that I actually am okay, like points, and if I don't reach enough, it's like it feels like a bad day. I don't know if you get what I mean.
Can I disabuse you of that you can't be any other way than you are right now? Or that you can be
A different person?
a different person in this moment?
Mm-hmm.
See, there's this thing called the second principle of instantaneous transformation, and it says something to the effect of you can only be exactly as you are in the current moment of your life. So in this moment, you could only be pulling on your chin, thinking about what I just said.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
And in this moment, your hand is not near your face and you're smiling. In each moment, it's like if we were to take a quick digital picture of you, you can only be as you were as you were captured in that moment.
And that moment is always going by. So it's always a new moment.
Moment.
But you think your thoughts are that you are the way you are, but it's really you are the way you were. See, because this is a new moment and you can't be different than you are in the current moment of your life. That means you could never have been different in any previous moment. You just think you could be different.
Oh, are you saying it's not me that's different, it's the experience that's different?
The conversation that you're listening to
Your thoughts.
is not you. You're the listener. So if it says I'm doing good today or I'm doing bad today, that's a conversation. And if you listen and believe it, it affects your experience.
When I was a kid, which was a very long time ago, there was television and there were cartoons on television. And on one shoulder, there would be a little angel, and on the other shoulder, there would be a little devil.
Yes.
But it's the same voice. The same voice that tells you you're doing good is the same voice that tells you you feel like crap.
That's an interesting perspective I haven't heard before.
Sometimes.
Very good, because
like
I may give you, or we may give you, interesting perspectives that you haven't seen before, because you only know what you already know.
I sometimes like to think of it like sock puppets. If I put a sock on each hand and this one goes, you can't do it right enough. The other one goes, nah, you're doing great. But both are the same. They have the same origin. So it's kind of fun to recognize you don't have to listen to either one. Third principle. Anything you see without judging completes itself. So it's like you notice you're in your head a lot talking to you and you don't judge it. It can release in an instant. And you're here to use your eyes and your ears and to feel your butt in the seat.
You mean like once I realize it, I can let it pass because I've realized it?
I like that. I like what you said. Once you realize it, you could let it pass rather than hold on to it and work on it. I wanted to suggest something.
Mm-hmm.
See, look, our approach is anthropological. An anthropologist studies cultures, and you, my friend, were born into an ongoing culture. And you learned, like all children do, to absorb the culture you're born into, so it becomes your reality. Tracking with me? Well, your thoughts that you think are so original may be the absorbed thoughts of your parents or your parents' parents or your parents' 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 parents going back in time.
And just a reminder, Montes, I know that you're smiling a lot and you're nodding, but they can't hear you, so they don't know that
yes,
you're.
I realized it while I was nodding. I was like, damn. Out loud.
It's okay. It's all perfect.
Okay.
They can figure it out for themselves. The thing is this, this you have the mindset. See, we all think we are individuals and we all think we have our own thoughts and that we're independent beings. But the truth of the matter is humanity is an organism.
Orgasm. Just an orgasm away.
It's just an organ. Yeah. Humanity is an organism made up of all the people that are part of it, and they are part of this larger thing called culture, if you will. Where you live is in Frankfurt, so the culture of Frankfurt has an effect on you. But you have all the thoughts that you think you shouldn't have that have been passed on from generation to generation.
Really?
Really. And so what you think are your original thought is a rehash of thoughts other people in your family line gave you when you learned the language German in this case, growing up in the family you grew up in.
It wasn't too long ago, I was watching a parent feed their young child, and they had kind of like a meat stew.
Mhm.
They do a spoonful, and if it had a chunk of meat, they go, meat. They were training the child that the meat was better than the peas. You know,
Right.
so we think we have these opinions that are all ours, and they can be downloads before you learn, or before you can have your own
But before you
experience.
discern what it's true for you or not, see, in the first 6 years of our lives, our minds are in a theta brainwave state, which is like a hypnotic trance. We absorb information without filtering it through. Well, I don't know that that's true.
Not without filtering it, but the way you're describing it, that in the first stages of human development, you're basically a sponge that soaks up its environment and the inputs. That's actually exactly right.
And
Because just for context,
ahead.
because I had developmental psychology last semester, so
See, look,
and our approach is not psychological, but
I know.
problem with it is dovetailing with it.
Yeah, it works. It works. Look, we learned how to be from the people around us, either by agreeing with them or for most of us disagreeing with
So
them.
you got your first 6 years, and then a little later, you tend to really put in place, oh, I'm not them. So you do things in opposition, not actually choosing what you want or don't want, but in opposition to them, the parental units.
Mhm.
We all go through that. And then some people live that for the rest of their lives. They don't actually look and see what's true. They automatically have to be not that. And then you just don't have a life, because you're not just living your life, you're living not their life, which has you always touching that thing that you say you don't like, whatever that may be.
Right. Also, in a way, staying dependent. That was my first thought. If you live as the exact opposite as someone else, the opposite, you're becoming dependent on the opposite. That's what I meant.
That's true. You are always connected to the thing that you say you don't like. It like tethers you to it. Very fun. But there was something about when you're trying to reassure yourself that you're okay. The more you try to reassure yourself you're okay, the more you build the opposite. What we're talking about there is change. You cannot convince yourself you're okay.
Man, this morning I tied 18 different fishing flies to go out fishing for trout tomorrow.
Mhm.
And I am a very accomplished fly tyer. I'm just very accomplished at anything I set myself to doing. And no matter how beautiful a job I do, the thoughts in my head always say you could do better.
Yes.
So if I listen to those thoughts, I invalidate everything that I'm good at.
So it's recognizing that tape is playing again and not giving it credence as if it means anything, because it just runs. It's like the playlist on your phone, that's in there. It's download, it's on shuffle, and here it goes again.
And again, that Ariel said it's on shuffle. That's very good, because see, human beings have between 40 and 60,000 thoughts a day. 95 to 98% of them they had the day before of those thoughts. They have the day before or the day before that. And 80% of those thoughts are negative.
Okay.
I got this information from Google. So it's going to be somewhat near accurate.
Yeah.
So it's like you listen to thoughts that are on a playlist, that are on shuffle.
And the playlist was put in before by you, by the culture, by the school, by television.
Yes, I really like that separation, like what you've done before with the devil and the angel. They are separated on different shoulders, but they're the same voice. And now again, it's like different playlists, like different programs of thoughts I can visualize as, my playlist on Spotify or whatever. It's very interesting.
But if the song is talking about losing a love and you aren't losing a love right now, it doesn't mean the song doesn't play really compelling music, but you can come back to reality.
I have I drive an old Suburban that I go fishing with, and I have a Bluetooth thing where I can play playlists.
Yeah.
And when a song comes on that I don't want to get lost in because I don't agree with their complaint about life, I just press the fast forward button. I go to the next song. I skip ahead, or or that many times until I find something I like,
or turn it off. And
That's
look
it.
at the
Scenery.
scenery.
But in our lives, we think that the song we're listening to is reality and us. Maybe there's another possibility. Okay, one last thing. How old are you?
I am 23 years old. I'm turning 24 this August.
Well, when I was 23 years old, I was really lost and very much into drugs. What I discovered was eventually that drugs do not make you clearer. They make you foggier.
Mm-hmm.
And
boy, there are more foggy people in New York City these days. It's all legal.
It's all legal in New York these days. And so smoke is in the air everywhere, and people think they're feeling better, but they only think it.
We just thought we'd throw that in, not necessarily for you, but because it was.
Because you're of an age that, yes.
Of course.
The alternative to alcohol is pot. And we have found that if you want to wake up and really be alive, that gets in the way. You live in a fog.
It's not a moralistic thing. It's an observation of reality.
Yes, I've heard that before, that it's just the impression of peace it gives you, but it doesn't last. Of course, it doesn't last because there's a rush, etc. Yes.
So nice being with you today. It's fun to meet you.
Lovely.
Yes, it's been really nice. Although I have to say I've been a bit distracted for a few seconds by the pictures of is it a marlin or a sailfish in the background?
Those are all sailfish in the background, and the small one is a giant trevally. Yeah. Okay. So there you go.
Yes, it's been very nice to finally talk to you as well, because we've met very briefly.
Oh, those fish?
Yeah.
We've caught them all with fly rods.
Yeah.
And released.
Yeah. They're all caught and released. Fly rods. Yep.
I have to admit, I've never heard of fishing with fly rods in the ocean.
I know.
Well.
I've heard of it, but not for like big fish.
That's how it. Yes.
There you go.
So
something new.
Ariel is very accomplished. She holds currently, I believe, 4 women's world records for fish caught with a fly rod.
All in the ocean. All of those were in the ocean. So.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. I never knew that. My mom only told me that you go trout fishing a lot, but not saltwater fishing. That was new.
There you go. See? Something
done a lot.
New. Hey,
lovely meeting you, man.
Montes, I have the feeling that, well, first of all, I know transformation happened today, probably for the listeners as well. They came along for the ride with you. Mm-hmm. Once you go, just pay attention. You may just suddenly see things differently. And of course, transformation is supportable, and we'd love to see you again in person. So.
Yes, we will in Hamburg.
Excellent.
Yay. Oh, awesome.
Yes.
So we're recording this a bit before, even though we said hello. We'll see people tomorrow. So that means we get to see you. Also, very cool.
Excellent.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, sir.
Looking forward to it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want to have well-being with consistency? Connect with people all over the world from the comfort of your own home at Ariel and Shya's lively interactive Living Made Easy virtual seminars. Join any of their 2-hour online events or take a deep dive into the magic of being you at a virtual weekend seminar. Come on, let's connect. Find out more and register at transformationmadeeasy.com.
That was fun.
It was.
Let's take our next guest.
All right.
We are so wealthy. Corinne, welcome to being here.
Hi, this is Corinne in Binningen in Switzerland. And you just said it. It was so nice to listen to these other guests like Daniela and Mathis. And I got goosebumps. I still have it. It's just wonderful to be with you. Really.
Thank you. What can we do for you today, Miss Non-Broken One?
Word. Because before I met you years ago, I was thinking of like being broken, and the concept of not being broken was so amazing. And actually, I knew it was true, but I listen a lot to my brain and to,
You mean to the voice in your head?
yes,
You mean you were normal?
yes. Absolutely. And it was so special when I met you to realize that it is a voice, it's not me.
Yes.
And still, I sometimes get into the mode of like listening and thinking it's me.
Absolutely.
My impression lately for me is I only listen to it as if it's me when I've fallen into, collapsed into, chosen to jump into an upset. Other times there's
Yes.
a gap. You just notice thoughts go through. Sometimes it's like it's time to.
Well, you don't notice it until you notice it. See, life is normal for all of us, and we listen to our thoughts as though we are those thoughts, or at
Yeah.
least the voice you're listening to is you. Until you discover it's not, it is.
Yeah.
It's your reality until you realize that there's a possibility outside that reality. That reality is based in change, good, bad, right, wrong, decisions about how you need to be okay in the future, always future oriented. And it's incremental. You never get there. You get closer, you lose a pound or two, gain it back.
Yes.
I think what I was talking about is like I could be working on my computer
Yeah.
and the alarm on my wrist will go off and I'll go, oh, it's time to change, put the wash in the dryer.
Right.
So I'll hear the thoughts, but it's just my mind is a dictator. So it'll tell me what I need to do, even though I'm on my way down to do it. So from time to time, I do hear conversation, but I only think of it. There's that gap. I think of it as me when I'm upset.
Oh, yeah.
I realize now, where I heard it like for the first time, or that you said when you realize it's not you.
Yeah. When you turn the light on,
Yeah.
you see the obstacles in your room. In the dark room, you fall over things. Turn on a light, see what's there, and then you can negotiate those things or navigate.
Including the thoughts that go, ugh, and then you notice, wow, I just growled at myself.
Yes. I had it the other day. We were on a Living Made Easy together, and you said that the mind is not satiable or
No, cannot be satisfied.
cannot be
Yes.
satisfied. And you have,
Insatiable.
yeah, insatiable. And you had different Beispiele, different ways how to say it, like examples, exactly. And one was that you can't eat enough chocolate for your mind. And that was so funny because I actually thought I can. It maybe sounds silly, but to me, it was really a very interesting thought that it's because I love chocolate.
Mhm.
And when I eat it, I have to tell me, or like the stopping is not that easy. And it was really interesting to see that there is not enough chocolate for my mind.
Well,
Even
look,
when you're done, you don't want any more. It'll make you sick. Your mind still is like, going, one more piece.
and look, Danny cannot do enough. Danny's her husband. He cannot do enough to satisfy you if you're in one of your moods.
Yes. Yes. By the way, about Danny, my husband, I'm so happy I met you two before I met him. Because the story you were telling, or like the picture you said with before, with the devil and the angel on the shoulders.
Yes.
When I met him and he came closer to me, he made me an offer for a one night stand. And I had actually you two on my shoulders. Because
Were we clapping?
What were we saying?
weeks before I complained that I had not enough sex, so the puppets Ariel and Shya saying, well, you see, it's served on a plate. If you really want it, you can have it. It was so funny when you talked about it. The angel and the devil, I was like, reminded me.
But
And
were
it
we
was
both the angel and the devil?
you were both angels and said, do you want it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So very good to know you and to have you as my friends.
Wait a minute. You mean you had sex on your very first date with your now husband of how many years?
Oh, yes. He's my husband for 14 years and we're together for 16 years.
Awesome.
Yes.
Well,
Get goosebumps again.
It's a one night stand that's lasted for 16 years. Yeah.
we got one of those.
We had a one night stand that has lasted for 43. Yeah, not bad.
I love it. Very good. Oh, lovely.
So nice being with you. Really.
Yes, really.
Yeah.
Congratulations on finding us.
Oh,
I mean, really, there's a world full of people out there that are struggling, thinking there's something wrong with them rather than living their lives.
Matis had to be willing to listen to his mom, who said, you may enjoy this. This is something that I've gotten a lot of value at. And he had to be willing to put down anything he had going with his mom. And we all know we've all had some of those in order to give it a shot. So he'll be coming to his first weekend coming up. And I see that for people who are listening to this, who are listeners, we've had listeners jump into weekends after hearing the podcast. And I think that takes courage too, to say, oh yeah, this is something I want and I'm worth it. And to make the leap, like that you can trust yourself that far, is pretty cool.
Yeah, so thanks for trusting yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Thank you.
I don't only think you trusted yourself. I think you saw something in the person who introduced you to us that was unique, that was different, that was inspiring.
You said, I want that.
That's right.
Yeah, it was Ursula. Maybe some people know her. She was my voice teacher, and she actually told about you two to somebody else, not directly to me. I was listening. And, it was like sort of a circle, like where I'm like, I want how she is or what she has. And then I heard it, and yeah, that's how I got to know you.
In a way, I think that was easier than if she'd been speaking directly to you. Because some party
Exactly.
might have got, oh, she thinks there's something wrong with me that needs fixing. It's broken. And what does she see? And you get that automatic defensiveness. So
So true. Yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
right.
Yeah.
Hey, you ready to hear what next week's episode is?
Please.
Off with your head. You guys have been all talking about all this stuff happening in your head. So we're going to do an episode about that. So, hey, thanks for being with us today.
Yes. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to see you, my dear.
Yeah. And y'all who are listening, you are invited to Hamburg. You're invited to anything we're doing. You can check our website, transformationmadeeasy.com, and you can share this podcast with your friends. We are coming up on having this show 19 years and 1,000 episodes. Holy guacamole. We'll be back next week.
So come on back.
And don't miss
Being
being here.